we're back.
A rip, rap, rippity, rap, rap, a rip, rap, rippity, doo.
Ooh, I like that scat man
Yeah.
druthers there.
You like that?
Hey, we're live. It popped up on Facebook. It's working. It's episode 150. Get excited!
Get up in your britches.
Yeah, it is. It is episode 150.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
super exciting. And I thought this would be a great opportunity for us to just do a deep introspective dive.
Yeah, into our lives,
Yeah.
our shoe sizes.
So we could just talk at length about our inspirations.
Yeah, and like how I feel as a man.
Or we could just do a normal show.
Okay. I guess we could do that too.
But no, we do have some exciting. I got a little bit of a game we're gonna play later.
A game?
Yeah, and maybe in the second half we'll play a little
I like games.
word game.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to win.
Oh, that's another one.
What, that I'm going to win?
No, I just had an idea.
Oh, all right.
So
That's few and far between. Chris doesn't have many ideas.
no, but we are here at episode 150.
150,
Did you ever
Christopher.
think we'd make it?
I mean,
The last 3 months, I didn't know if we'd ever
Yeah.
make the 150. Although technically, last week,
Well.
episode 149 and a half, phenomenal show, by the way.
Very
Check
good
that
show.
out.
Man, I tell
that
you
was
what-
technically our 152nd episode,
yeah, it was. Yeah.
but
But we're going by numbers, and this is number 150, and I'm super proud of it. Really, I am. I mean, aren't you?
yeah, absolutely. It's
This is so fun, and it seems like a big, goofball show, because it is kind of a goofball show. But we take it seriously, and it's super fun, and we're glad that people listen, and we're glad that people interact and talk to us about it, and we are here to stay, Christopher.
we are here.
And we're
We're like the growth upon your
your
foot.
nose.
or nose.
Yeah,
Is
like
that
a
a-
witch, like a big witch growth
What is
on
that
your nose.
called? A boil?
A goiter.
What is a goiter?
A goiter's like it grows inside your neck, right? It's like a growth within your neck, almost like a
Is that different than a boil?
yeah. A boil would be on your foot, I believe,
A boil can be anywhere, right? It's like a pimple, right?
but that would be on the outside. A goiter it like grows on the inside and pushes your skin out. A boil would grow on the outside.
Okay.
And grow like on your skin, right? Like a tag.
I don't know. I don't
Like a
know.
skin tag?
But that's us.
I feel like you're really taggy.
We're the skin.
I feel like if you took your shirt off, you're just full of skin
Do
tag.
you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're really taggy.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
we're
weird.
not going to.
I got a guy, though.
You got a tag guy?
Yeah.
Nice.
You can get those off you in a hot minute.
Let me pull up the stream. Is anybody with us? Do we have any takers
Anybody
for
here?
episode 150?
Anybody here?
It might be not caught up yet. So.
I don't see it on the old.
Oh, it's there. I'm watching it. We're
okay. Good.
We're there. So episode 150.
Mm-hmm.
First things out the gate, we have a new sponsor tonight.
We do.
Yeah, we have a brand new sponsor. Gone is the days of Roar Seed Solution. You're going to hear us roar.
We're gonna hear me roar.
Gone. No longer a sponsor tonight.
Okay. Just for tonight and tonight only.
We got a new sponsor tonight.
And
It is a new business in the town of Mazan, Illinois.
in Mazan, Illinois.
The metropolis
Mm-hmm.
upon the prairie, is all I like to call it.
Okay.
The
That's a
center
great one.
of the United States? Or was it Illinois?
I think it's of Illinois.
I don't know, but I remember they used to
Center
sell
town.
T-shirts at the Mazan market that said the population center of Illinois.
Yeah. It used to be called Centertown.
But irregardless of that, at that time when they sold those T-shirts, like when we were kids,
Mm-hmm.
it was the population center of Illinois. I think that just means there are as many people living north of
As there
Mazan
is
as there
south.
were south, or something along those lines.
Okay. Maybe. I didn't know that at all. They sold T-shirts at the market.
Yeah.
I never got one of those.
Speaking of that,
Do you have them?
no, but I do have a whole bunch of Church's chicken visors, and I think we could devise a game, and we could possibly
Why?
give some away because they were at the Mazan market.
For Church's Chicken? Church's Chicken was at the
Champs
market?
chicken.
Champ's Chicken.
Champs
Okay,
chicken.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of Champs chicken visors, mint condition, Jerry.
Really?
Still
Mint.
in the packaging.
Very fine, or we're talking mint?
Mint.
Wow.
Still in the
Sealed?
plastic.
All right, I'd take one.
Well, you're not going to get one. We're going
Why?
to give them away to the winner of a contest.
But we'd have to wear them.
And that contest is going to be the coloring contest.
The coloring contest of our caricature?
Yes.
Did you bring that?
No.
Okay.
But I don't need to because I'm just posting it to Facebook.
I know. I just thought we'd be fun to
I
show
think we
people.
already showed people.
I don't remember.
Oh, well, anyway, that is starting. It's going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And we're going to put it up on our Facebook page. If you want to take part in the Snarf Talk coloring contest, it's going to be up. You're going to have like a month to do it. Mm-hmm. Get them back to us, and we will judge the winner. The winner will get a Champs Chicken visor.
Yep. And a $50 gift card to
$50
Amazon.
gift card to Amazon.
Yep.
Pretty exciting, huh?
It is exciting.
It's open to all entrants.
Yeah, anybody can
Hey, you know what?
apply.
Let's
Anybody
do a
can enter.
kids category and adults category.
You want to?
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Children under the age of 12,
Yeah.
and then, or maybe,
And adults over the age of 12.
yes. David's with us. He says, irregardless is not a word.
It's not.
Well,
It's just regardless.
irretrospectively of that,
I don't like that. That is kind of a spring stretcher of mine. I wasn't going to correct you because, I didn't want to put you down on our show.
irregardlessly, we're just going to continue on with the coloring contest is coming. But our new sponsor, that's what I was talking about. We got
Yeah.
a brand new business in the town of Mazan, Illinois. What?
Snarf announcement.
This is not a Snarf announcement.
It
This
is an
a
announcement.
This is a sponsor.
I know, but you just announced the coloring contest.
Grundy County Combat Club, Jerry.
Grundy County Combat Club. What is that, Chris?
It is a community, if you will.
Okay.
It is a boxing club
Uh-huh.
where all levels, children, adults, everybody
Wow.
can go there.
Ages
They can-
5 through 90.
Yeah, can go there.
If you're over 90, don't come.
Take classes in boxing,
Kickboxing?
kickboxing,
Oh, wow.
and I believe soon to be there's going to be even more. It's up and running. There's already classes going.
Do they do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I think that they have said that it's probably coming in the future.
Nice.
The guy that owns it, Nick, he's a really good guy,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody should go there check it out because I think the first class is free, 100% free.
For real?
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
and after
Like
that,
a
I
boxing,
think a monthly membership is only $55.
That's incredibly cheap.
Yeah,
For-
and it's fitness, it's sport. Obviously, if you want to, you can take whatever aspect. If you want to just do it for fitness, great.
you can do that.
There's a focus of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do it to compete, great. He's had people compete in all
The
kinds
Olympics.
of matches. Yeah, the Olympics. A winner of the Olympics.
He had a gold medal winner from the Olympics that was produced through his gym.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, number one in Grundy County, and we have it here in Mazan at the market, downtown.
Ready to go. So check out our newest sponsor, Grundy Combat Club. Tell them
GCC?
Snarf sent you.
Yeah, tell him Snarf sent you.
So that's our sponsor for this week.
Nice.
I did have some Snarf recommends that I could hit you with, and like I said, if people are just joining us, we're going to do a little game
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah,
we're
big-
going to do
big time
We're
game.
going to do some news first.
Huge game.
Probably a little what you're watching. We'll do the game towards the end. But I
Okay.
do have a Snarf recommends.
I have one as well.
Ooh, you want to go first?
Yeah, mine's kind of small, really. I listen to a lot of music, Chris.
Yeah.
I love music. Chris loves music. We talk about music a lot. And recently,
I recently composed
he
a
did
new song on the piano. and
just
it's-
last night,
It's pretty amazing.
and I haven't heard it yet.
There's no words. It's just an instrumental piece.
He showed me the finger illustration, like
Yeah.
of what he'd played on
It's
the
best.
piano.
It's the best thing I've ever written.
And I
Jerry.
tell you what, it looked like the best thing you've ever written. Just the way you moved your fingers
it's
around.
very moving.
Looked like it.
At times haunting.
Oh gosh, hauntingly moving.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so I love music, and every once in a while, different bands just hit me. Like they've been around for a long time, but I start listening to them, and they just hit me, and I realize that they are good. Like, real good.
Yeah.
Better than I ever gave them credit for before. Recently, that is a band called Talking Heads.
Oh yeah. Absolutely love them.
Obviously, they've been around for a long time.
Been a big fan of them for a long time. Actually, one of their songs is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Which one?
Nothing But Flowers.
Nothing But Flowers. Very good song. They are. I texted Chris and I told him if I created a band, I think it would be like the Talking Heads. I think it would be like that fun, strange type of music where I don't want to say they don't take it seriously. They absolutely take it seriously, but it's put out in a way that is just way different than anybody else. Like the way he sings, the way the music goes.
Definitely interesting.
The
got
way
positive vibes to it.
Yeah, the way it's composed
Makes you feel good.
It does make you feel good. Everything they're saying, there's literally a song called Psycho Killer. But I'm like, yeah, man. Psycho Killer. Like, yeah, that made me feel good.
Yeah. You know where I first discovered Talking Heads? And it was the song Nothing But Flowers. Mm-hmm. It's in the soundtrack for Clerks 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know that.
At the very beginning. That's the first song, I think, when they're driving around town. When Randall is driving around town.
Okay.
I think it's when Randall's driving around town. They're playing that song. That's where from Kevin Smith. That's where I got it.
I didn't know that.
And I've been listening to him ever since.
Look at the tie-in. Kevin Smith has done a lot for your life.
He absolutely has. There's no doubt
really
about that.
Yeah. So if anybody is curious about him, I know it is a stranger type of music. It's an 80s, alt music, but get into it. Listen to him. Check it out. I think you would really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Snarf recommends.
Snarf recommends. I have a Snarf recommends, too, of a nice local restaurant that I went to, which I've been to before, but it's
really
been a while since I've been there. And this restaurant is Station 343.
343.
In Dwight, Illinois. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and I've gone there many times over the years.
So it was an old firehouse, eh, Chris?
It's a firehouse-themed restaurant, yes.
I thought it was like the old firehouse.
I don't think it was an old firehouse. I don't believe so.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Don't quote me on that.
I went there. Haven't been there in probably a couple of years. Actually, the last time I went there, I think was when Seed and Top recommended we go to
the
brunch
buffet.
there.
Or
Brunch.
no, the brunch, yeah. But they have a brunch buffet.
No,
right?
it's no buffet.
Oh, all right.
So we went there. I went there for dinner this weekend. Had a ribeye.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good. It was just a really wonderful meal. Had a wonderful bout of Manhattans, Woodford Reserve.
Oh man, you got a little spendy there.
Yeah, it was a little spendy.
That seems a little spendy, Chris.
But anyway, had a great time. Got to be friends with the owners. Talked with them all night long. Wonderful people.
Oh, here we go. Guy from Dwight chimes in, says, not the old firehouse.
No.
Okay, so I'm wrong.
Very wonderful people. Had a great time hanging out with them. In fact, so much that when I left the place, I said, I'm coming back for brunch tomorrow.
And did you?
And I did.
You did?
I went back on Sunday morning and had brunch. And that was wonderful as well. Had brunch. I had a mushroom eggs Benedict to die for.
Ooh.
Had a couple Bloody Marys. Mm-hmm. Spicy Bloody Marys. Top notch. I'm not even a Bloody Mary fan, Jerry. I don't like them.
No, you hate tomato juice.
I know, but I like these. They were good. And they had a live DJ playing music bingo.
Oh, my God. What's music bingo?
He plays songs, like 2 minutes or 1 minute of a song, and you
Okay.
have a bingo card, and there's a category,
Yeah.
and you dop them. It's bingo. But you pick the artist or the song
Oh,
on
I
your bingo
see.
card.
Oh, I see. That's fun. That's
Yeah.
really fun.
It was a great time, and there wasn't a lot of people there. I would say, in talking with the owners that night, they've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
They have a really nice upscale restaurant in a small town.
It's beautiful.
It's things that are hard to come by. All right, small towns, it's hard to come by restaurants.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially restaurants of that quality and that dedication that are locally owned, not chains.
Sure.
And they're struggling right now. I mean, they made it clear to me they're struggling right now coming
Really?
out of COVID. It's hard to get employees. They're struggling getting people out.
Yeah, that's across the board.
Out and about. I think people have just been conditioned maybe not to eat out as much.
Yeah.
So I recommend that everybody that listens to us goes and visits them and supports their business.
Yeah,
because
go to Station.
They have a great business and they're great people, and you're going to have a good time in the process.
I will say the last time I went there was almost exactly a year ago because it was on my birthday last year. We went had a wonderful time, had a wonderful dinner. Everything was very good. I need to go there again. I need to go because you've got me like pumped for this restaurant.
Well, go to the brunch too. The brunch is great.
Yeah, that's what I want to go to.
It's from like 10 to 3.
Okay. Yeah, this Sunday maybe.
There you go.
Maybe. I don't think. Maybe next Sunday.
That's Easter.
Okay, the Sunday after that though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Vic, how's it going? Adam said they have a nice event space upstairs too that they rent. I've never been upstairs, but
Yeah, I didn't know they had that.
It's a nice joint.
Their pot roast is amazing.
I had a good ribeye steak one time years ago. I went there and they had Mexican night, and I thought, well, this isn't the type of place to order Mexican food.
Right. You wouldn't assume.
But I did, and it was really good.
And it was wonderful.
Yeah, everything I've ever had there has been good, very good.
I just think the space itself is amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
and I think it's important to support these people in these places because we're lucky to have
we
places
are.
like that.
It's in our area. It's close. And like you said, chain restaurants are taking over everything.
And they're terrible.
You can go to a chain restaurant anywhere, but a hometown restaurant that is original and with good food and putting DJs out that do bingo on a Sunday for a brunch.
Really weird DJ
unbelievable.
too.
That's awesome
This
though.
DJ had the weirdest comments. We were cracking up. Some of them were kind of like, what?
But that's an
It was
experience.
very interesting. It was an experience.
But it's an experience that you remember and people talk about.
Yeah.
And if we aren't going to be here telling other people about it, like nobody hears. Nobody wants to do
Exactly,
anything.
because everybody comes to us.
Everyone comes to us for their
This
recommendations.
is where it starts.
Obviously.
And finishes. Adam said, speaking of Mexican, Dwight now has 2 Mexican restaurants. I heard that. I actually heard that from the owner.
Isn't there one
of
right
Station
next
when
to
I was
Station?
talking to him? There is one there called El Cancun, but a new one just opened down the corner, and he told me the new one was really good.
Okay.
I've been there.
Man, Dwight seems bustling
Popping.
with business.
Popping. So that's all I got for Snarf Recommends.
Wait, pop locking and dropping?
Yeah.
Nice.
I do have one
Snarf announcements.
Snarf announcement. Believe it or not,
George isn't at home
please leave a message
after the beep.
I must be out, or I pick up the phone. Where
Could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
Love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Apparently, I am to be interviewed.
You are.
Yeah.
Snarf Talk is getting an interview with
Farm Week.
Farm Week magazine.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I don't even. They haven't. Reached,
They say.
Yeah. I haven't. They haven't actually reached out to me. They reached out to an intermediary.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be reaching out to me to do an interview about the podcast, and I said this podcast has nothing to do with farming. They
No.
said they want to do they want to do an article about farmers who have interesting hobbies outside of farming.
Do you have one?
What?
An interesting hobby outside of farming?
The podcast.
Oh,
Jerry.
the podcast. Okay. Is that the hobby?
Well,
I thought this was like a
interesting ventures, whatever. I don't. It didn't
Yeah.
say hobbies, but
yeah.
just other
I was
things
gonna say,
going
am I
on.
just a hobby to you?
You are a hobby.
A hobby horse?
Yeah. What is a hobby horse?
I think it's a horse that you ride
Is it
as
the
a
wooden
hobby.
horse with the rockers on the bottom?
Yes, of course.
That's what a hobby horse is?
I literally don't
So
know.
why did you
But
say-
am I your hobby horse?
Yeah. Yeah. No, a hobby horse is the horse head with the stick.
There's competitions of people that ride hobby horses and jump over things. Like regular horse competitions.
I like that.
Like in a ring, and they run around on these things and jump over poles and stuff.
That's
That's a real life thing. Look it up on YouTube. We are on YouTube, by the way. You can watch us there.
You can watch us do hobby horse racing.
No, not us, but you
for
can
our
watch
200th episode, we could do
a hobby horse race. I think that would be amazing.
Is that yours again?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Episode 150 and you're screwing it all up.
They can't hear that.
So obviously we had like grand episode 150 plans. We're supposed to have a cake. We're supposed to do a bunch of things.
We have a cake over here.
Dude was supposed to be here. He bailed the last
Bailed
minute
on
because
us.
he got a better offer.
Really? What is a better offer than episode 150 of Snarf Talk?
Exactly.
This is a monumental event for the county, for the state. I mean, we're number one podcast in the greater Grundy County area.
That's right.
And you're going to choose something over that?
Speaking of that, if you ever want to go to
Come on,
Grundy
bro.
Combat Club, 701 Park Street in Mazan, Illinois,
Yeah.
don't pay attention to Google Maps where it says Snarf Talk Podcast Studio and Writing Emporium.
Correct. That may be what our address is.
That is our official address.
But it's actually a boxing joint. Oh. So.
Delicious Yingling.
Oh, here's Snarf announcements. I have an announcement as well. So we have a new, I wouldn't say sponsor yet, but Emancipation Brewing Company
Okay.
is giving us some alcohol, some beer that they make. And we are going to be able to try this.
Is this for real?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah, well, Adam, a friend of the show, used to work there, knows the owners real well, and he brought it to me and said they would like to give you some beer to try and review on the show.
Oh, man, I'm excited about this.
And they have a variety that they are supposed to be giving us at some point. Whenever I see him, I should be getting him, bringing him here, and we're going to do a review of their beer and of the establishment. I think we need to go at some point. I've never been there. I know Mr. Siedentop goes there often and enjoys the atmosphere, enjoys the beer, enjoys what they're doing. It is another...
I've had some of their beer at
small town, like
David's house. I think it was the only time
Yep.
I've had it, though.
Yeah, he has it all the time. A lot of people love this place. Again, I've tried some of their beer as well, but we're going to do a live tasting.
But
of
we're not,
a
just because
variety.
they're sponsoring us and give us a free product. I mean, I'm telling the truth.
You have to.
I'm a truth teller.
This is what we do, Chris. We come in front of people and we tell them
And we tell
what the truth is.
the truth.
We tell them what their truth is.
Yes. That's right.
And really, you can't argue.
No.
Because we're, a very diverse group here.
Yeah.
Between you and I. No, but I thought it was really exciting, and I loved hearing that. I loved hearing that people want to, have us do this, and I want to do it for them, and I think it's a good opportunity.
Chris says amazing place. So, yeah, we'll check it out. And Leslie says, hey, Leslie.
Hey, freaks.
All right. Do you got any news, Jerry?
I have one little bit of news. Just one. That's all I got. Just one thing of news. There is a main actor that we've grown up with and know that has officially retired from acting because of a
I heard about this.
degenerative disease.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is suffering from something called aphasia.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, and he officially retired, said, I'm not doing any more movies, not doing anything like that because of aphasia, which is apparently like a brain disorder where it affects your speech and cognitive ability. It could be brought on from a head trauma or dementia. A lot of different things will affect this, but it is affecting his ability to be able to act. And he decided to step away from acting and concentrate on family. I think it's kind of crazy to hear people that you've grown up with that are just used to seeing in movies that are now stepping away because they're old.
Yeah. I guess I haven't really thought much about him in a long time because he's been...
I wouldn't say I have either, but he has been in some movies that are...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
part of everyone's life.
We should be doing a top 10 Bruce Willis since he's retiring.
Yeah, that's just poor planning.
Give me your top one Bruce Willis movie.
Die Hard?
You're just saying that.
Of course I am. I'm not prepared.
Best.
I'd have to look at all of his movies. I'd have to go through it.
I can do a quick ranker list.
Okay, do that.
These are not our rankings. Just as ranked by ranker.com. Number 10 is listed as Death Becomes Her.
I don't know that movie.
I've seen it. I don't remember it very well, but number 9 is a movie that is near and dear to my heart. It would definitely be higher on my list. That's Sin City.
Leslie, that's coming. Don't worry.
That's my next. Don't jump the shark.
I'm sorry. Oh, I said that to a man once.
I'm talking to Les.
Yeah.
Don't jump the shark.
Yeah.
Sin City. Love it.
I forgot he was in Sin City.
Yeah,
that is a
man.
wonderful movie. And
That's-
they have that as number 9?
9
Oof.
for Bruce Willis movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's so good.
Clive Owen in that. I love it.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
The whole movie is amazing, and they did it very, very well, like to the comic book, like very true to the comic book. I feel.
Yeah. Number 8 is Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
I don't really remember that one specifically. That's the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
It's like the newest one.
No. I think it's the second one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's the second one, I'm pretty sure. Number 7 on the list is another movie that I would have ranked higher because it's also probably up there for me, and that's Multipass. Multipass.
Oh yeah,
The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. Absolutely, that would be up there. I forgot. I forget about all his movies, but Fifth Element is one of my favorites.
Love it. Number 6 on their list,
I am a meat popsicle.
probably another one I'd rank high, is a little movie called Unbreakable.
Unbreakable is such a good movie.
Yeah.
That's really good. Was he wasn't like a murderer.
Unbreakable? No, he
Oh, no,
slowly
he's the-
realizes he has like super strength.
Yes. Now I'm trying. Yes.
And then they made Glass with Samuel L.
After
Jackson.
that, yeah.
Pretty good too. Recently.
I didn't see Glass, but I saw him.
Pretty good. And then they made Split, was a sequel to that
Right.
movie. That movie's real good. Bruce Willis isn't in those two.
No, I know.
But Split with James McAvoy. James McAvoy?
Mhm.
Yeah. Phenomenal movie.
Yeah, he plays like multiple different characters because he's
Really good.
split up.
Number 5, 12 Monkeys. It's
Well,
good
that's a great movie too.
Number 4 on the list is The Sixth Sense.
Holy crap!
It's a great movie.
How did I forget all these movies?
I don't know.
I literally had none of them in my brain.
Number 3, they have Moonrise Kingdom. I think that's a little high.
I love that movie.
It's good, but
It's one of my favorites.
They don't
It's one of my
have-
favorite Wes Anderson films. That's such a good movie, and I think you underrate it.
Number 2 is Die Hard, the original.
Of course.
Great movie. They don't have on this list is the 4th one. Is it Live Free and Die Hard? Mm-hmm. That's an underrated movie. That's really good.
You think so?
Yes, that's the one with the funny guy Justin Long's in it, right?
I don't remember if he is it or not. I know I like that movie, but I didn't remember it being that good. Or to the caliber that you're saying.
That's Timothy Oliphant, Justin Long, Bruce. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Smith's in it too. Remember?
Yep.
I think that movie's underrated. Die Hard 4.
Those guys are buddies.
Yeah. Number 1 on the list
Yeah.
is. What do you think?
I don't know.
It is Pulp Fiction.
That makes sense.
That tracks.
That does make sense. That's a wonderful movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I had to
I
pick
agree.
my favorite Bruce Willis movie, because I don't feel like Pulp Fiction's really a Bruce
No,
Willis
it's not.
movie.
It's split up between a lot of different people.
If I had to pick my favorite off this list, it might be The Fifth Element. It might be Sin City. I don't know. See, that's another one. He's not
See-
like the main character of that. Like in The
My-
Fifth
my-
Element, he is the billable star.
I would say either Fifth Element or Sixth Sense.
Yeah, but Sixth Sense is a bit of a one-trick pony.
How so?
What's the rewatchability of that movie?
I think it's wonderfully rewatchable. I would watch that movie all the time. It's so good.
Well, The Fifth Element is very rewatchable.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. And that may be what pushes it to number 1 for me. But I think The Sixth Sense is an incredible movie.
I don't know though. Die Hard's pretty freaking good too.
Oh, yeah, Die Hard's really good too.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen Die Hard for a long time though.
The original? No, I haven't seen
No,
it.
it's
either.
been years, maybe
I
a
know.
decade.
It's been a long time since I saw the old Nakatomi Plaza.
Yep. So Bruce Willis, that's the news. That's sad. It's sad that he's dealing with
It
that,
is.
but hopefully it's like not fast acting or.
Oh, The Whole Nine Yards.
Oh yeah, The Whole 9 Yards. That's a great movie.
Hostage.
I don't think he's in that.
Leslie says he is.
Isn't Hostage Bruce Willis? Yeah, he is. I don't know that movie. I don't think I've ever seen that.
You've never seen Hostage?
No,
I thought he was in it. I don't remember it much either, but I know I've seen it.
I've definitely never seen it.
The Whole Nine Yards is a really good movie.
And then there's The Whole 10 Yards, right?
Yep, there is.
Matthew Perry. Is he in that?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Good flick.
Good flick. Another piece of news I got for you.
Yeah.
Jerry.
I know.
What did the Five Fingers say to the face?
Slap.
Yeah. Did you watch the Oscar?
I didn't.
I don't even need to tell people what it is.
No.
Because everybody knows.
Everybody knows, and you've heard about it, and maybe you're sick of it. I don't know, but we haven't covered it on the podcast.
We haven't talked about it. I have been down a rabbit hole of obsession over this, weirdly.
So many people are obsessed with it because nobody knows if it was real or fake. So many people think it was fake.
Definitely real.
It was real.
There's no
I'm so glad you said that.
It was fake. I can't stand it when people say that.
I'm telling you right now, and I guarantee you some people are going to comment here shortly about it being fake. They think it's the fakest staged thing ever.
There's no possible way.
All because people are claiming that it's fake because the Oscars needed ratings.
That is even the dumbest reason for it to be fake.
That didn't bring people in to watch the show.
It was at the end of the show.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, it happened during the show. It was not pronounced. It wasn't told to anybody. Nobody would have known
if
this.
we do this, people are going to tune in next year to see who's going to get slapped next year.
No.
I mean, what? This is like a crazy thing that happened. And if you look at Chris Rock's face through the rest of the thing, he has no idea what's going on.
He's not part of the bit.
No. If there was a bit, he wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
I will say there is one weird camera angle.
Of his cheek?
No, there's a camera angle behind where Will Smith walks up on the stage and slaps him. And as he's walking back, Jada is like laughing hysterically. So obviously,
I haven't seen that.
She thought it was a bit, clearly. The audience was laughing.
Oh, the whole audience didn't know what was going on.
But at that point, until he started yelling, everybody was laughing.
Yeah.
They thought it was fake.
Yes.
It was not.
It's not fake. He slapped the shit out of Chris Rock all because of a G.I. Jane 2 joke.
Which, the mildest joke. What I can't stand is the amount of people immediately after it happened, and then in probably the following week, the amount of people that were like, Chris Rock had it coming, he deserved it. This is what you got to stand up.
Are you serious?
No, so many people were defending it, and I'm like, I don't even understand where you're coming from on this. He's a comedian. He's employed. He's doing his job.
Yeah, they put him on stage to do exactly what he did. They told him, be funny, make fun of people.
And second of that, it wasn't even I don't even care if she has alopecia or whatever. It's not even an offensive joke.
It's the character.
So mild.
Yeah. And he even said, he's like, I'm sorry, that wasn't funny. You know, or no, what did he say?
He's
he
like,
said
that wasn't that bad.
That wasn't that bad, yeah. Of a joke.
It wasn't really a funny joke. I don't think anybody got it right away. I mean, I didn't get it right away. I'm like, what?
Oh, you hadn't seen Jada before that?
No, I mean, I just didn't.
I saw her walking the red carpet, so I knew the joke.
He just said it kind of fast, so I didn't really get it. And even...
It was kind of a one-off thing.
Even Will Smith was laughing at first.
Of course he was, and then he looked to the side and saw that she was upset about it.
Somebody having like a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, listen, in absolutely no way, shape, or form is it okay for somebody to go on live television and hit someone.
Or in anywhere.
Exactly. Like even in real life. Like if I walked up right now to somebody at work or to you and slapped you in the face, or somebody at work slapped them in the face, at the grocery store slapped them in the face, like every single instance of that, I would get in trouble. Nobody would agree with me. It doesn't matter what you said.
Well, I'm telling you, everybody was defending the crap out of Will Smith at first. Out of some sense of honor, right? Oh, he's defending his wife. First of all, I'm sure she can defend herself.
Sure.
So there's a little bit of weirdness there, even.
There was also a lot of talk about it being a racial issue that people like.
That is stupid. That was dumb.
Oh, so many people have brought that up, though.
The other thing is like, what professionalism from Chris Rock to like.
Oh, I know. To
get
continue
back to business, go on, and then like not make a big deal about it. He didn't drag it out. He's not out there making a whole scene about it. You know. So anyway,
he could have approached that way differently afterwards, and he went the way high road.
Once all the people online, mostly people of the left, once they got done with their weird defending of Will Smith and they realized the tide was turning the other direction,
Right.
everybody's now is piling on against Will Smith. People that at first were like defending him are now like, oh wait, this isn't popular anymore. So now they're piling on, and like he's going through some shit, man.
He should.
Yes, absolutely,
There
man.
is nothing.
It was so messed up.
There's nothing that says that he should have any grace from anybody. He shouldn't be coddled in this. Like, he needs to feel the heat.
Right.
And that's sad. I like Will Smith a lot. I like a lot of his movies.
I'm not advocating for him to be canceled. I mean,
No.
I don't want anything like that.
But people have been canceled over a lot less.
Right.
A lot less. And I'm not agreeing with that, but I'm saying...
he came out, he apologized, he recognized that it was a mistake, and that should be enough.
The biggest mistake of your career.
For sure. But it's enough. It should be enough. If Chris Rock...
I agree. Yeah, if Chris Rock says, like, I accept the apology, everything's good, we're moving on, yes, then that's the end of it. Because those are the only two people that really have any weight in the conversation.
Should he lose the Oscar for it?
No. I don't think he should.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
If
What happened was crazy.
I don't think that has anything to do with what happened, though.
With the work that was done.
Like, he did his job with that movie, that he was going to win that award regardless of him slapping anyone.
So he's
like, I think the work that he did for the movie and whatever happened with that, he should still receive.
He's resigned from the Academy. He's no longer eligible to ever win another Oscar. They
Great.
haven't decided.
That is a good thing.
They haven't decided whether or not they'll take the Oscar from him. I agree with you. I tend to agree with you. I mean, the work was done. There's a lot of people behind him that are responsible for that work that share in that glory.
Absolutely. I don't think you should punish.
But although it was the Oscar was for Best Actor, it wasn't for Best Movie or something like that.
I understand that, and everybody voted that he was the best actor in the movies that came out, and he won the award. Okay.
How weird.
I don't think something on the outside of that should affect the award that you're given, because that, if somebody got a DUI, let's say, and, you know, like, or I don't know, anything that happened in their outside life, I don't necessarily feel like it should affect that, especially if it happens afterwards. But I know it happened like directly before he got the award. It was a really weird
And then the whole speech,
exchange.
that was insane.
Yeah, that was insane. But either way, he was voted.
You know what's so weird about it? That speech?
What?
That he somehow tried to twist it into this weird notion of defending your family.
Yeah, because of the actor or the person he was portraying in the movie,
who immediately came out and was like, no.
No, I don't feel that way.
No, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, no, and I think that was the right thing of him to do. But yeah, I think that was a reactive thing that Will Smith did because he didn't know what else to do.
I don't know what it was, but it was a lot of latent, like, insecurity, like, built up, I think.
Yeah. No, but again.
And emotions and stuff like that. But what's crazy is he's giving that speech and everybody's cheering for him and giving him a standing ovation and all this crap. I'm like...
Because at the time, nobody knew what was going on.
It doesn't matter. You can sit there in silence and be like,
you're right.
Okay, why is this guy still here?
You're right, but...
He should have been there at that point.
You're right, but I'm saying when something like that happens in front of you, something crazy happens in front of you, nobody knows how to react.
You don't know how to react.
Nobody knows how to act at all, and everybody's in the same room. The guy just won Best Actor. They're trying to, the way I think of it is that they're trying to, like, okay, this is the award show we're at. He won Best Actor. We're going to stand and clap because that's what you do. That
wasn't what it was. That wasn't what happened. They were, like, actively cheering for him.
But at the time, they still didn't know if it was a bid or not. In the audience?
No, I mean,
I don't think they did.
Him screaming like that, that's when the tide turned. What also is crazy to me is if you see when, what does he go by now, P. Diddy?
Yeah.
He comes out afterwards and he's like, okay, that was weird. We're acknowledging that. We're moving on.
Yeah.
And and they keep cutting to Will Smith, who's still there.
Still there. Yeah,
Which you're like, what?
I don't agree with
but
that.
He is like hilariously laughing. Like he's laughing so loud. He's like convulsing forward. And I'm like, no one laughs like that.
Yeah, I didn't see that part.
No one laughs like that.
Yeah, there's something weird. There was something weird.
I don't know what's
there.
going on there, but it's messed up. And Chris Rock, I don't know any of these people. But
you don't?
I've seen a lot of interviews with
Oh,
them.
I've been involved with them for years.
I've seen a lot of interviews with them. I've heard a lot of people, other in like podcasts talk about other comedians. And seems like a really awesome dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I
also,
agree.
Will Smith has always seemed
Has
like
always
a really
seemed like an
positive
awesome
guy,
dude. Everything about him has seemed relatively good besides his
weird
family
family life.
Yeah, and family.
But that's
whatever. I have no place to judge.
no. But they made choices to make a lot of stuff public that didn't need to happen.
Are unnecessary. Yeah, it's weird. But going back, I don't think he should lose an Oscar for that. I'm glad, especially now that he's removed from the Academy. He can't win another award. I think that's the right thing to do. But it's kind of like if they took that Oscar from him, it's kind of a slap in the face to everybody else that didn't win the award too. Because it's like, well, what the heck? Like,
No.
I still did something. Like, can I get...
I don't.
You're
think
taking it from him, and I get absolutely no recognition. Yeah, sure, I was nominated, but do you re-vote then?
No, I don't.
You
think
can't
they
do
would.
that.
I don't think there's a cause for overreacting about. I mean, he didn't shoot somebody. It was a slap.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We've all been slapped,
right.
and we've all slapped other people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Oh,
not.
I slap people every day. I walk through just slapping.
I don't know that I've ever slapped somebody out of anger.
So aggressive.
though. You know what I mean?
I don't think I have
Like
either.
out of a joke or like a slap bat or something.
Honestly, I can't tell you the last time I've ever slapped
I don't
somebody.
think
I
I've
don't
ever
even-
slapped anybody. Now that I really think about it,
To be honest, I think it's the most like I think it's worse than a punch.
to receive or to give.
To both. I mean, like
No,
it's the
a
most
punch can-
derogatory thing. Like
a punch can kill somebody.
I'm not
A
saying
slap isn't going to kill anybody.
I'm not saying physically. I'm saying like something that hurts your pride or that like puts you down
Hurts
more.
your pride more than your
It puts you down more or thinks of you as less. Like is somebody slapping you? Just somebody coming up and slapping you?
like an adult man slapping you across the face.
Like that's the most offensive thing I think you could do to me. I'd rather you punch me in the face so that we could like fight it out like men. But you just coming up to slap me? It's like
It's
wow.
an odd choice. The
Wow.
slap. It is a very odd choice.
It just seems so offensive.
I
It
would
feels
never
offensive.
even think to slap somebody. It would never be coming across my mind. Like, oh, that seems like a good idea. I should slap that person.
Right.
Because they made a mild joke about my wife.
Right.
If I did that to defend my wife's honor,
She would be so
she would never talk to me again.
She would be so mad. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's that whole other side of it is like the whole thing was so
It's weird.
So weird. And I've been down the rabbit hole. And I'm not like a celebrity gossip type person, but it's hard not to go down the rabbit hole of this.
It is. With this one it's
and the
hard not
meme
to-
game is on point with it. That's what's also awesome.
Oh my
This
gosh,
is like the best meme ever.
It's probably going to go down as the greatest meme ever created.
Yes.
I don't know how it can't be.
No, I know.
There's so many different avenues you could take.
I
with this.
I told you because you weren't watching it, and a couple other people I was texting that night.
I wasn't home, and then I was watching it earlier. Then I left, and I came home later, after the events have already happened, and everything was kind of cooled off, and nobody said anything about it at the time. But you texted me, and I was like, "No, that's not real."
Honestly, it was so
You're
weird because
joking.
I would never really watch the Oscars. I might record it.
You never usually do.
No.
I watch it all the time, but
I might record it and
You
then like
don't.
fast forward through to like a couple categories, like
Yeah.
movie and actor, and that's about it.
yeah,
But but I don't usually watch it. Honestly, the only reason I had the occasion to be watching it was because we watch American Idol on Sunday nights.
Yeah. And it was off.
It was off, and we turned it on at the correct time, and the Oscars were on. We're like, oh, well, I guess this is what's on now.
I guess this is my life now.
Oscars.
I guess I just watch the Oscars.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Crazy.
I definitely don't think it's fake.
I don't
definitely am on team Chris Rock, and I've
100%.
There is many people I've talked to personally, like friends of ours, that have been like, "Oh, I'm definitely on Will Smith's side." Dude told me that.
No.
Yes, he did. He's like, "Well, he's defending his wife."
There are different avenues to defend your wife.
Why don't you,
especially on a nationwide award show?
like, possibly walk up there? I mean, don't do anything because that's ridiculous. This is a comedian.
After he gets off stage.
Okay, or if you're gonna do something stupid, at least walk up there, like, grab the mic and be like, "Hey, that was incredibly
I don't
rude.
agree with that joke.
My wife has this condition. Maybe we could all take a second to learn a little bit about other people and not bully people."
Sure.
And
If you want to make a scene, you can do that.
But that's also ridiculous, but you could do that and not lose your career.
Right. And you could also wait until he gets off stage, go grab him behind the stage and say, "I don't appreciate what you were saying. Like, I want you to apologize to my wife."
You know who has the most to gain?
Chris Rock.
Well, he's going to gain significantly from it in ticket sales. Not that he needs ticket sales.
No, I'm just saying.
I think he's on tour with Kevin Hart. So
Okay.
no. So if it was staged, in my opinion, there's only two possible people that could have staged it. Right?
Obama.
One,
Trump.
Warren Beatty.
What?
Dick Tracy. Warren Beatty.
Oh, okay. Why?
Isn't that Dick Tracy? Warren
Yeah,
Beatty?
yeah.
Because remember 2 years ago when he said the wrong name
Oh, yeah.
of the best picture? And it was
Yes.
super
And then they had to
embarrassing?
go back and redo that.
Yes. So nobody's ever going to remember that now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gone.
So he could have possibly paid him off.
Okay.
I don't know how much you got to pay Will
A
Smith.
lot. That would be.
He's probably a billionaire.
I think that's a lot deeper than Warren Beatty's pockets.
Number two, somebody that does have the pockets to pay him off and does have the craziness to do it,
Elon Musk.
Kanye. The Taylor Swift incident.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's ever going to talk about that again.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or about his whole failed marriage and the whole Pete Davidson thing.
Yeah, which I don't even understand that. That whole thing.
It's weird
too.
Really weird. But I guarantee he doesn't want people talking about it. And guess what? Nobody's talking about that anymore.
Nope.
They're talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That's what they're talking about. That's interesting. I've never thought about that. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think anybody paid anybody off. I think Will Smith went off his rocker and did something strange. Very strange.
Weird, wild stuff.
Weird, wild stuff.
I tell you what, it has gotten me like really more interested in like rewatching old Chris Rock stand-up specials because they're real good. He's absolutely one of the best stand-up comedians of all time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He 100% is.
Yeah. So that's all for the news.
Now, now we continue into.
Well, what do we got on time?
We're 50 minutes.
Okay, let's do some what we're watching, and then we'll end up with the game.
Good. That
right.
sounds good.
Number one for me is I went to see a movie.
You went to the movies?
I did. I went to the movies. We took the kids last weekend to the Sugar Factory, which is a
Where's that at?
restaurant in Rosemont.
Oh, that's up
It's
there.
a chain. Notice it's not on the Snarf recommends.
Yeah.
Don't recommend.
Really?
Do not recommend the Sugar Factory.
It's just full of sugar.
Okay, listen, this is what the Sugar Factory is. It's this restaurant that's trying to be like super cool and trendy, right? All the wall. It's like if a group of frat guys got together after like their business school, after they graduated from business school. They're like, what's an idea for a restaurant? And then the one guy goes, Instagram. That was it. because it's all just like there's like video monitors all over that's just pictures scrolling of like celebrities like at the sugar factory, like Kim Kardashian drinking a
Really?
yeah. So
That's their advertisement?
that's
within the
it's
restaurant?
all over the walls. That's all it is.
You're already there.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I don't
you
like
don't
it.
need to sell the place when
So
I'm there.
they make these like big goblet drinks that are usually have alcohol in them. So I think it's more of like a place that adults would go, but also kids can go.
Okay.
Anyway, and they're like sugary concoctions. The one we had tasted like the melted taste freeze pops
Oh, that's
juice on ice,
Cool.
but they put dry ice on them and they kind of smoke.
smoke.
So they're $35 a piece though. The non-alcoholic versions, they're $45 a piece with alcohol in them.
What?
Yeah. So we got
Like
one for the entire table to split.
that seems unbelievable.
Silly. Yeah, and then here's what we had. We had one of those.
But they're really big.
They're big. They're probably like a half gallon or maybe a
That's
gallon.
a lot of liquid.
Yeah. So we split one. So we got that. We got 3 appetizers. We got some sliders. We got appetizer combo and just onion rings.
Okay.
And we got they call it a sundae for 2. It's like a 2-person sundae, but it's really big enough it was big enough for all of us.
Yeah.
That's all we got. It was like $175.
Ugh.
It was ridiculous.
That is unbelievable.
And nothing was that good.
Why do people go? Why do people go there? Why did you go there?
I don't know. Snarf does not recommend.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like anything I
But
want to do.
afterwards, we're up there. We're looking for something to do in the area. I think Marley she made a reservation up there because she heard it was cool. She's like, "Well, find something else to do up there."
And I understand that, but
Like,
but
we'll
now
go
that
to-
you know what it is,
Oh, I would never go
It'll
there again.
never happen again.
She's like, "We'll go to the children's museum or something." We didn't go there because they still require masks, which is dumb.
What?
So this place, it's right in that Rosemont area.
Oh, the Horizon.
By that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was the whole area.
the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. It's by that area though where they have like Joe's Live is there, and there's a Zanies, and
Oh, yeah.
there's like a
I know that
skating
area.
rink in the
Yep.
middle. So there's a big AMC theater, a really nice one. So we went over there. We caught a movie in the afternoon. We saw The Lost City.
The Lost City, with Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock and Channing all over his
Tatum. Yeah. That doesn't look like anything I want to see.
Yeah, and we brought the kids. I knew it was going to be a little borderline, but it kind of looked Jumanji-ish.
It did. I would
Or
agree.
Jungle Cruisey kind
Yeah.
of thing. And it did. It was a little bit like that. I got a couple I wasn't crazy about it. It wasn't terrible, though.
Okay.
I did fall asleep through the middle for a while.
Yeah,
But
I'm sure you did.
not just because I was tired. It was a comedy, which I was happy to see them making like comedies again.
Right.
Because it's been a while,
Yeah,
really,
man.
since we've seen a comedy that wasn't like directly aimed at children.
Yeah, you're right.
I wouldn't say. I mean, obviously, we brought our kids. I would consider it to be fairly family friendly. It has a bit of innuendo that probably goes over.
Is it PG-13?
PG-13.
Okay.
That goes over their heads. There's one violent scene in it that's pretty shocking. I mean, it's played off for comic effect, but it is pretty shocking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's somebody that gets like shot in the head off camera, but the Channing Tatum gets like completely blood sprayed,
Oh, man.
and is like shocked,
Yeah.
and then they make jokes about it. He's like, "I'm picking brains out of my mouth." That was a little intense.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
a little
children.
bit much.
The Most City of Zinj with Tim Curry. Are you speaking about Congo?
Maybe.
Yeah, Congo.
He meant the Lost City of Zinj.
Yeah.
Tim Curry.
So it had its moments. It didn't really quite know if it wanted to be a comedy as much as it wanted to be like a romantic comedy.
Right.
Drama.
That's what I looked at it.
Like
as.
halfway through, it kind of changes. It worked better in the beginning as a comedy. Sandra Bullock was really good. Channing Tatum was really good. He was really funny. Brad Pitt is in it.
Yeah.
He's got not a huge role, but he's really good. I mean, he chews up the scenes that he's in.
Does he really?
Very funny. It's just about halfway through, it just kind of starts meh,
Yeah. There's just not much there.
falling off.
There's not much weight to that story.
It's kind of an
feel like.
interesting story. I mean, she's a writer.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe is in it as the
The
villain.
bad guy, right?
He's good. Honestly, it wasn't terrible, but I wouldn't go to the movie theaters. I mean, just rent it at home, but it's worth the rent at home.
Okay. I would do that. I would watch that at home, but I want no part of going to the theater to see that.
Right.
Just the trailer really put me off. I just doesn't seem like something I would want to watch, but maybe.
That's the one I had. The second one I had, well, I got a couple more, but
Well, we have
we
a
have
couple
a
big
game
ones
to do.
to talk about, right?
We're not going to have time to do all that tonight. We're doing a game.
We can't talk about Peacemaker?
Did you watch it?
Yes.
Oh my God! Yes, let's talk about Peacemaker.
Okay.
I didn't know you had finished it.
Yeah, I finished all of it.
Awesome. I would love to talk about Peacemaker.
Okay.
My first reaction to Peacemaker was, I mean, it took me a couple episodes to understand what it was and what I was getting into and get my feet under it.
Yep.
But by about halfway through, I started to really kind of fall in love with the characters. And by the end, it's not only like very funny, but you're also engaged with the characters, but it's actually a good story too.
Yes. It blew me away that they could make a good story out of this. Because, like you said, at the beginning, I was like, this is just kind of like a one-off joke type show. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, like nothing. I felt like they were trying to play off The Boys and be like a really edgy type show, which it is. It is that. But it did end up having a really good storyline.
It's a good storyline, and it's a comedy. I mean, it's funny.
It's hilarious. Every part of it is hilarious.
It really is entertaining.
I did not like the Peacemaker character when it came to Suicide Squad. I guess I shouldn't say I didn't like him, but it was somebody that I was just like, meh. Like, I just didn't care about the character. I didn't feel like I could ever care about anything that character did besides what he did in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, I had no idea that I wasn't even like looking forward to the show.
No, neither was I. I had not watched it. I didn't even want to watch it. There were so many people that said, you've got to watch Peacemaker. Have you been watching Peacemaker? Are you seeing this? And I was like, no, I just didn't really care. And then the only reason I did is because of episode 149.5, where you had told me, you gotta watch that. You gotta finish it. We need to talk about it. And now I completely understand why. It is a little bit like The Boys. It did remind me of that in the way of like the comedy, but also like the graphic nature of the show. Like, I feel like that's where these type of shows that are going to be put on streaming services are going to trend to, because I do feel like The Boys have gotten such a I don't think the
violence is to the level of The Boys.
It's not, but it is similar to that. It is similar to the tone of where
graphic and disturbing,
where you have never seen that before in these type of shows. Right. Like Peacemaker would not have. I don't feel like that style of show would have happened if The Boys hadn't. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that. I mean, Suicide Squad was pretty.
The
graphic.
Movies have been graphic forever, but TV shows like that have not. So look at any superhero show before The Boys. It's nothing like that.
Right. Well, that's true.
And then all of a sudden Peacemaker comes out 2 years after or 3 years after The Boys has, with similar content where things are blowing up. It gets very gory at times, and you see things that they normally haven't put in front of people.
Yeah.
For dramatic effect or for like shock and awe, right? But it's not to the level of The Boys, but it is still graphic.
I mean, for what it's worth, I enjoyed Peacemaker. I enjoyed Peacemaker much more than I enjoyed The Boys.
You did?
Yeah. I liked Peacemaker a lot.
I love it too.
And for the humor, and also
the opening sequence, like the actual opening of the show, is the greatest opening I've ever seen of any show.
Yeah, that's good.
I've never seen anything like it. The whole dance routine is incredible. If anything that you watch, if you watch any part of this show, just watch the opening like sequence.
I love Eagly.
Eagly's awesome. Yeah, it's a bald eagle, man.
Love Vigilante.
Yes. After he gets his toe cut off and he's walking around. Well, one of my favorite parts is when he's not in his suit and he's just in regular clothing, and he's like hobbling around. And one of the detective people was like, "So you're a vigilante?" He's like, "No, I'm not. Like, how would you ever know that?" He's like, "Well, you got a foot problem." He just had his toe cut off. No, I didn't. No, that's not me. And just like the argument back and forth there, where he was trying to pass it off as him being a normal person. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's a really great character. Really great.
And should we do the spoiler at the end, or just let it marinate?
No, I mean, well, I say spoil it.
Spoil.
I mean, we're talking about the show.
Spoilers, not that important, but there is a cameo at the very end by the entire Justice League,
right?
Which is amazing to me.
Unbelievable.
Now, granted, they're like silhouettes more than anything. The only one that speaks is Jason Momoa, Aquaman.
Right, because they still have a contract with him.
Yep, none of the rest of them are in there, which does beg some odd questions about like what is the future of the DC universe. Obviously,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't want to do another Aquaman, which I think is already filmed.
Flash.
The Flash is happening.
Even though that guy's in big
insane.
trouble.
Yeah.
Did you hear the new news? He got arrested in Hawaii for like assault and battery and.
Well, this is the second time that's
I know,
happened.
But now they're like they're talking about cutting ties with him, even though they have already had the movie filmed.
Wow.
So they're obviously going to release the movie, and it's not till 2022, I think.
We're in 2022.
2023. I'm sorry, it's not till 2023. So I mean, it'll blow over by then. But yeah, he got arrested for a bar brawl in Hawaii and some other crap.
Like I feel like he got into.
It was a bar brawl in like Iceland or Norway or something.
With a woman though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like in an alley.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. That guy's
he's
insane.
Not a good guy.
I literally saw a couple articles that were about him throwing fits during the filming and having like breakdowns and screaming fits at people while they were filming the movie.
Weird dude. Child actor. That's probably why.
It's not good.
So Peacemaker, definitely recommend. Check it out for sure.
Snarf definitely recommends that. Everything about that show was great. I mean, even when
it was slow at the beginning.
Honestly, though,
First couple episodes were slow.
I would say the second episode is the worst because I think the first episode does a good job of like bringing you in. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit slow, but you start to see like this strange world and you get to know Peacemaker a little bit, and then you get in the second episode and it kind of does slow it down a lot because they're building story at that point, and they have so much background to like fill in order for you to get to the points that they need you to get to. So the second episode kind of lags, but you're talking about like a 40-minute episodes, something like that.
They're pretty quick.
And so
how many episodes did you go along thinking that girl's name was Hardcore?
Like almost all of them.
Yeah. I thought her name was Hardcore.
It's Hardcourt.
Hardcourt.
Harcourt.
Harcourt. Yeah, that's right.
It's Harcourt. And yeah, the only reason I figured it out is because I had the
Me too.
Closed captioning.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah.
Like towards the end, I finally turned the closed captioning on, and I'm like, oh, Harcourt.
No, I had it on the whole time, but I never really read it because I could understand them. Every once in a while, I'd look down to read it, but I never saw her name. And then randomly it popped up, and I was like, huh, she's not hardcore. No. I thought she was the hardcore one.
And I guess
because she puts herself off as the hardcore one.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. So, okay, well, that's in it for Peacemaker.
Yeah, love me some Peacemaker.
Another one that I have watched. Have you watched Moon Knight?
I did watch the first episode.
Nice. So we can talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to start off and say I am an absolute fan of the first episode. I think it's going to be hard for people to understand what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
If you have no knowledge of what Moon Knight is.
Even with knowledge of Moon Knight, it's a little difficult to understand.
Oh, I didn't think so. Like I knew what was happening, but if you have no knowledge of it,
right.
I mean, you don't know what's happening, but I don't think that takes away from the show at all. I think it adds suspense.
No, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
I don't think they're planning on people coming with preconceived knowledge.
You're right.
They're going to meter it all
You
out.
have to assume nobody has knowledge of it.
I absolutely loved it.
I did too.
I really liked it even way more than I thought I would. And a lot of it's just because Oscar Isaac is phenomenal.
I have been waiting for this show to come out for a long time. I've talked about it on the show here, and I've been waiting for this show, and I didn't know how they were going to put it together. I didn't know what it was going to look like. The very first episode, it blew me away with like jumping in his mind and not knowing where you're at, and then wondering what reality was. Like you as the viewer do get to know, what reality is, and that he's like not where he's supposed to be. But it's crazy to watch Oscar Isaac go through that.
Absolutely.
And seeing how he portrays himself and switching voices.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you what, I mean, the worst part of it for me is when they finally reveal Moon Knight, because he does look a little cheesy.
It does look, the graphics aren't very good at the end.
No, and just the costume and everything. It looks a bit cheesy. We'll see.
I mean, that's the right costume.
It is. I just maybe shrouded in a little more darkness would have made it a little more palatable.
Yeah, maybe. I think the movement of him wasn't very fluid.
It felt kind of CW-y to me.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it felt like a movie. Like a Marvel movie.
The whole time.
Like it was very cinematic. I liked everything going on with Ethan Hawke.
Yep.
Is that Ethan Hawke, right?
Yes.
Interesting stuff going on there. Obviously, I'm in for it. I think there's probably a new episode out now or today.
Yeah, there probably is. Yeah.
So I'll probably watch it when I go home. But I'm super excited about it.
I
It's
am.
only like 6 episodes, so it's like a mini.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's like a mini series.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Disney's been doing that with things, and I don't like it.
I don't know how they got Oscar Isaac, to be honest.
I don't care. I don't care how they got him. I'm just so glad they did.
You know, because he's a movie star.
He is incredible.
Yeah.
Like the way he can act, the way he goes through this entire first episode.
I
am
love that
so
it's
excited.
set in England, too.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
It's if you've never read Moon Knight, I'm sure a lot of people haven't. You should. Like if anybody likes comics anymore, I don't know if people do. We used to talk about comics a lot, but we don't much anymore. Moon Knight is an incredible character, and the stories that he gets involved with and the way he changes over time is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So I'm glad they're doing this. I'm a big fan.
Me too.
Looks great.
That's all I got. I mean, I've been watching American Idol.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I wasn't super excited about the
Final
Hollywood Weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like less.
They kind of glossed over it.
And
It felt like they just kind of.
I feel like I'm less excited about any of the individual singers too. I don't know. We'll have to see if that changes.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch it.
Who's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win?
I can't peg that down.
I think it's
I
that,
honestly don't know.
That guy from like Kentucky. That's just like a guy. He was like a carpenter or something.
Oh, he's just a guy, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, his best friend got him to try out. He has a baby.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking. You think he's going to win?
Yeah. I think he's gonna win.
We'll find out.
Yeah. in like a couple months. That's all I got. I mean, we haven't talked about Boba Fett yet, but
Oh, we haven't.
I kind of want to do our game.
Yeah, we don't have time. We're going to have to do the game. What is our game, Chris?
I don't actually know. Talk amongst yourself while I find it, please.
Okay. Well, yeah, we are going to play a game. I think it was like Would You Rather?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do Would You Rather. Yeah. Let me pull
I
it.
think everybody knows like the Would You Rather game. I think
It's
it
not
usually
really a
gets
game. I guess it's more of just of a
like a question. Like,
conversation piece.
yeah. I would call it that.
All right. We'll rock some of these.
Okay.
Would you rather
Mm-hmm.
the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
Can I go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Organic, for sure.
Really?
I do not want robots around.
I-
Skynet, man.
Okay.
Skynet.
So just because they're robots equal scary?
Yeah, robots equal programmed knowledge
Okay.
that may be evolving. Like it may evolve, but there is no empathy with robots usually, or there's no like
Just cold calculation.
correct. It's
there
cold
can also
calculation.
be no empathy from an organic life form too. I mean,
To a point, but I feel like
what if they're like a hive structure, right? So they're like an insect mind.
okay. I never thought of that. I don't know. I still feel like organic is better than robotic.
I'm gonna go with robotic.
Oh, that's
I'll tell you
terrifying.
why. Electromagnetic pulse.
An EMP.
We can disable them.
Maybe. You don't know if that's
They
gonna.
still have to exist within the realm of our physics.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, of course it is, because they're in our universe. They have to abide by the same physical laws of the universe that we do.
What if they're outside of our universe? You don't know if there's anything
They're
beyond that.
not. If they're here, if they're invading us, they're in our universe.
Well, right, but that doesn't
So
mean
they have to play by the rules of Sir Isaac Newton.
that's
Jerry.
not true. What if they have like a field around them that
Okay.
protects them from electromagnetic pulses? That's an absolute
Let's not
possibility.
get silly here.
Okay. I would much rather have a physical being that you could shoot.
You can shoot a robot.
It doesn't work
Why?
because they won't bleed to death.
But an organic can have some kind of armor or
If it
a
bleeds,
shield.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like robotic.
No. I would much rather have an
There's
organic being that I can start like a life with. Love affair.
Oh, wow.
Like the blue cats on Avatar.
Yeah, why are we assuming they're here to be mean?
Exactly.
Oh, you're right. And if I take war out of the equation, I definitely want organic.
Yeah.
I don't want no robots.
We could procreate.
Well, probably not.
Oh, no?
You can't procreate with like a dog.
I knew you were going to say dog. I don't know why, but I knew you were going to say dog. And I don't
They
want
wouldn't
to.
be the same species.
I don't want to do that, but maybe they're attractive.
But maybe they. Okay, I guess you could procreate when you couldn't.
If they're a humanoid
Yeah, if
type
they're humanoid,
being,
I guess, like a Twi'lek.
of course, like a Twi'lek. That's exactly what I was thinking
That's
of.
exactly what you were thinking.
That's all
You're
I was thinking
of Ahsoka Tano, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right, this game's
Yeah,
working
I like
out.
that. I like that a lot.
All right, hold on. Let me get the next one. Would you rather
Like a Twi'lek. Yeah.
lose the and if you think it's a boring one, just tell me. Just say skip.
Boring.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or
Okay.
lose the ability to speak?
Oh, read.
Yeah, absolutely.
read. I mean,
what?
That's not even a
I
question.
don't even read now.
I can't not speak, Christopher. Yeah, I don't need to read anything, but I need to talk.
I mean, you kind of have to read to work, but you could hire somebody.
No, I got
to
people that
translate.
could do that.
you
Yeah,
do. You
I
can
got a
make
guy.
Nate.
Yeah, Nate, read that for me real quick.
They could just stand next to you and read everything.
And I would tell Nate, like, you
Like,
you
Nate,
don't have to talk.
We're going to Panda Express for lunch. You need to come with. You need to read the menu.
Right. Tell me what's on the menu real quick.
Oh wait, their menu is pictures, or just standing in front of a case.
See, that proves the case as well. There's so many pictures. You could just point at pictures.
A lot of people can't read, and they get along just fine in this
Yeah.
world.
Like that one boxer guy.
George Foreman,
No, the one that fought one of the
Vander
Pauls.
Holyfield,
One of the Pauls.
Mike Tyson,
No,
Tyson Fury,
no. Who fought Jake Paul?
Logan Paul.
It's his brother.
I don't know. Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, that guy.
he
They
can
always
read.
no. He can't read.
Really?
Yeah, they were making fun of him so bad about it. And he's like, here, he gave him like a piece of paper. He's like, if you could read this, I'll give you $50 million. I don't think the guy can read.
Did he fight the Paul guy?
Yeah, and he lost.
Who lost?
Floyd Mayweather
Nuh-uh.
in a decision. Yes,
When did this happen?
like a year ago.
So Floyd Mayweather beat what's his name? Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather won a lot of things, and he lost to Jake Paul in a decision.
I don't think that's true. Exhibition boxing match. June 6, 2021, at the Hard Rock Stadium, Miami, Florida. Sold more than 1 million pay-per-view buys. Fight details.
I hate to prove you wrong, but
The fight went a full 8-round distance, and no winner was announced.
they considered it a tie.
Mayweather's superior boxing was reflected by the CompuBox punch stats, with Mayweather having landed 43 punches of 107 thrown, 40%, compared to Paul's 28 landed of 217 thrown, 12%. So he landed 40% of his punches, and Jake Paul? Landed 12%.
And they considered it a tie.
I think it's just because it was an exhibition, basically. But it wasn't a tie.
Floyd Mayweather could have absolutely destroyed him if he wanted to.
Yeah, he's the greatest boxer of all time.
I understand that. It was an absolute joke of a match,
but
and it's
Jake Paul is
stupid.
no slouch either. He's a good boxer.
Stop it.
How much do you think
Stop
he paid
it.
Floyd Mayweather to not destroy him?
I don't even know how to fathom it.
They
I guarantee
sold
you it's...
a million pay-per-views. How much is a pay-per-view for that?
I don't know.
$25, $30?
I bet you he made $100 million.
Oh, they each made way over $100 million.
Well, that's what I mean.
Not even, no doubt.
It's a joke. It was dumb.
Okay,
Pisses me off.
But, okay, we'll move on.
And he can't read.
Would you rather have a... Okay, this one's kind of dumb. Okay, that's fine. Would you rather have a golden voice,
Like singing voice?
singing voice,
Okay.
or a silver tongue?
Oh, no. Golden voice.
You'd rather have a golden voice?
I want to sing so well.
Be a silver tongue devil?
No, I don't want to be a
You could
silver
convince everybody to follow your ways?
No. Do you know what else can? A golden voice.
I'm going to go with...
You don't think everybody wants to just love on Celine Dion?
My heart will go on and on.
Yeah, I want that beautiful, beautiful voice.
I'm going to have to go with silver tongue just because I've had...
Why? You just want to coerce people into what you believe?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a golden voice my whole life.
That's
It
true.
hasn't gotten me that far.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Heck of a point. Show us.
Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Oh, this is kind of a good one. Let me think.
Built-in blanket or +2 armor?
That's a really good explanation. I don't know. What do you want?
I think I'd go with the fur. You can always shave the fur. Can't shave scales.
But
And nobody in Game of Thrones seemed to like having the scales.
why do you need to shave anything? Like, why are you worried about shaving?
If you want to, you can shave the fur.
But you don't need to shave scales. There's no reason to
But
even
they're-
think about shaving.
They don't look good.
They're flat.
Yeah, but they're scales.
So
They're-
you're only worried about appearance?
Yeah, I'm pretty much worried about appearance on whatever's covering my entire body. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, that's a huge concern.
Not for me.
Okay, so you'd rather have scales.
I mean, in a world that people could have scales or
In a
fur,
world.
in a world where you're covered in scales, no, I'm thinking scales. I really am thinking scales.
You're just being contrary here.
No, I'm not. I don't see where fur can benefit you in anything besides being hot
It could
all
be
the
hot,
time.
But you could oil it. You could smooth it down. You could brush it. You could look like Teen Wolf.
I don't want to have to do that.
Teen Wolf's pretty cool.
I don't want to comb
He
my
was
own hair
the
now.
coolest guy in school, Jerry.
Listen to me. How often do you oil and comb anything on your body?
Never.
You would never do that with fur. You would look like a matted, rabid
You could
dog.
shave.
You'd look like a matted dog.
You could shave it off.
I don't ever have to do any of that with scales.
Yeah, but you also look like a freak.
You think you'd look normal covered in fur?
You shave it. If you shaved it.
No.
Okay.
Have you seen the Wolfmen?
Like Teen Wolf. I just told you. He was the coolest guy in school.
Yeah, but I mean, normal people really do have that thing.
Affliction.
Yes.
Like the t-shirt.
Right. Yes, affliction t-shirt.
I think it's cooler to have fur than an affliction t-shirt.
I would also agree with that. Yes. I would still rather have scales because you can't hurt me.
All right.
Your words still could.
I mean, you can still get hurt with scales.
Not as easily as fur.
Are they wet scales like a snake?
Snakes aren't wet.
I know they're not, but slick, or are they like hard and like an armadillo?
I was thinking more of like a horny toad, or no, like a.
What's a horny toad?
It's not. I didn't mean the toad part. There is a horny toad. That's a real animal, but I was thinking more of like the lizards with scales.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's like a horny lizard.
I'm sure there's a horny every species of animal.
No, but I mean their actual name.
Yeah, they're horny, Jerry. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Jail. I'd definitely go to jail. I mean, I was deployed.
If you go to jail, you basically lose a year off your life.
I was deployed for over a year. Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. Being in jail is not the same thing as being deployed.
Have you ever been deployed?
I don't have to be deployed to know that it's not the same as being in jail where you're locked in a cell.
Well, your jail is way different than prison.
Did you not have a McDonald's or a Burger King or something on your base?
Well, yeah, you get to eat at.
You don't get to
prison?
Burger King.
Listen, jail is way different than prison. You're thinking of prison. Jail's better.
Okay, I just want to point out that you're still telling me.
Most people think of deployments as jail.
How is it jail?
What can you do? What do you get to do?
Didn't you play Guitar Hero a lot?
Yeah, I did.
You can't play Guitar Hero in jail.
I'd still rather have jail than lose a year of my
You can
life.
watch movies.
You
had
don't
movies,
know.
Right? You had the internet.
Let's say the predetermined lifespan of Chris Harford is 49, and now you've moved it down to 48. You don't know.
I'm taking the year off the life.
I would never do that.
I don't want to go to jail.
Why would you do that?
I don't want to go to jail.
I think it'd be an experience that you'd never forget.
It'd be a terrible experience.
If you say it is,
Yeah.
I think
say
it could
is.
be wonderful.
I don't think so.
I think I could build really good friendships with people that.
Although it is a
Might-
year of basically not having to do anything.
Right, but you'd rather be dead.
You could just read books.
You'd
for a
rather have
year.
that year and be dead.
That's a good point. But what if you live till 90 and you're just losing?
You don't know.
Your,
You can't guess that.
but what if you're just losing a 90th year?
Maybe that's the case.
You will wish you could trade that for that year of jail.
Absolutely. You'd rather go to
So
jail.
Your last year. No, listen to me. What if your last year of your life is in a nursing home with Alzheimer's and you don't know what's going on, and you could have traded that year?
For jail or death.
No, listen. You spent the year in jail to get the extra year of your life.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And that year was laying in a nursing home with Alzheimer's, not knowing anything.
You wouldn't know it.
Okay.
You just said you have Alzheimer's.
Okay. Say you don't have Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Say your body is paralyzed and you're a prisoner of your own mind
Well, yeah, that would be awful.
for the last year of your life. And you could have traded that year for the year when you're 37.
Listen, anybody can lay on their deathbed or lay in a prison in your own mind and say that you would change something in your life for 1 year.
Okay. I'm saying it right now. That's the scenario.
That's silly. I would rather have jail than death.
Okay. It's not death, like immediate death. It's just 1 year off your life.
It's death.
Okay. Would you rather always be... Oh, that's a dumb one. 10 minutes late or
Yeah.
always be 20?
See, Adam just said 7 months on a boat is the same as jail.
Why am I not getting any? I'm not getting any...
And he's right. Like him in the Navy, being on a boat.
That's different. I could see the boat thing being a real issue.
Oh, come on.
What? To be on a submarine or a boat for...
Well, a submarine, yes. But a boat, I don't know. Not the same as a submarine. But I do agree that all of these deployments are like jail.
Okay, that's fine. Would you rather have one real get out of jail free card, speaking of jail, or a key that opens any door?
Oh, a key.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A key that
Although-
opens every door?
But what doors do you need to open? Like, how often have you been like, man, I wish I could get in that door if I only had the key?
I mean,
That is something that has literally never happened in my
every
life.
door that's labeled private I kind of want to get into
Okay.
it.
But a literal get out of jail free card means you can rob a bank.
I'm not going to jail. Not going. Like, if you're worried about having...
Well, then wouldn't you have the get out? No, the point of the
I'd
get
rather
out...
have the get out of jail free card if I was going to jail for a year.
Stop. The point of the get out of jail free card is it's basically asking you, would you rather have a free pass to commit any crime or a key that opens any door?
No, I don't want to commit crimes. I'm not that way. I want access to the unknown.
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown. I don't know. I don't know what key for door I need to open.
I want every door open.
What door? Name a door that you've come across in your life and be like, if only I could open that door. Gosh dang it. I have no access to the key.
The one that said private.
You could ask whoever is
You don't have to
responsible
ask.
for that door.
You don't have to ask now. You got the key.
Okay.
I don't need to go converse with anyone. I just walk in the door.
I never even... what private doors are you seeing?
Your changing room.
There's not even a lock on that door.
No?
No.
But you could lock it.
I usually change in my laundry room, which is all windows. All the walls are windows, stuck directly to Grand Ridge Road.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what I've seen?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It was very flaccid. All of it.
Yeah. Yep. You saw it.
It was strange. It was scaly.
Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
Say that again.
Would you rather... oh, wait. I want to go, but they won't let me go. What does that mean?
I don't know. That's what I was reading, and that's why I said, let's say that again.
Under Armour.
Under Armour, I want to go. It's a comment from Blaze. Kurg Blaze.
Oh, it must have to do with the key thing.
Yeah, maybe. Craig, elaborate a little bit on
Expound.
that. Please. Now, ask your question.
Would you rather know the history of every object every object you touch, so you can touch an object and know its entire history?
Wow.
Yeah. Or be able to talk to animals?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Animals. I want to talk to animals.
But literally, you could touch the Shroud of Turin and know the history of Jesus Christ.
You're right.
You could touch Hitler's thing and you know the whole history of all of that.
I haven't been around any of those things.
I don't know why the Hitler thing. I'm not like a fan. I'm just saying, like,
I feel like that was a fanboy thing.
No,
Chris.
No,
like,
I'm not a fan.
Are you?
My point with that was like, there's a lot of history of like, what's up with this guy?
Do you think they were right?
No.
Like, is that what you're saying?
No.
You're like, I'm wondering if they were right. I want to get into this guy's mind and see if I have similarities to him.
No, but it would be cool to know.
Heinz Wein, dry.
Please look ended here.
Hi.
Bitte umsteigen.
Bitte umsteigen.
That means please change trains.
Does it?
Bitte umsteigen.
Okay.
Please look ended here.
Yeah, and you would know the history of that.
Yeah.
I still want to talk
There's
to animals.
lots of historical objects you could touch, like King Tutankhamun,
Listen to me.
his scepter,
You could sit at home.
Cleopatra.
You could sit at home with your dog and have a conversation.
What? The fucking dogs are stupid. The
They're
dog would be
so
like,
dumb.
Food.
Don't you want to hear that?
Pet. Not really.
Oh,
it would
I
probably be
do.
really annoying. I would have a
you
conversation
could-
with like an electric eel.
Or an elephant.
Yeah.
I
talk
want
to
to
an
talk to elephants.
I don't think most animals are very bright. So I don't think the conversation... Listen, they probably wouldn't be great conversationalists, Jerry.
I don't think most. In the terms of humanity, no, I don't.
You know how much money you could make with the historical object thing? You could make a lot of money. But you could also make a lot of money talking to animals. Like Dr.
Yeah.
Doolittle.
Yeah.
Guy was rich.
He was loaded.
He was a doctor.
Well, Well, he was a doctor before he got the ability to talk to animals. So
Really? I thought he had a doctorate in talking to animals.
no, he was a veterinarian.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You idiot. You do need the history thing.
Craig says, military reference, unauthorized absence. I'd rather be in jail than deployed.
See?
I don't think. Have you been to jail?
Have you?
No.
And you haven't been deployed.
I understand.
You're talking to multiple
You're saying
people.
the same thing to me as I'm saying to you. You haven't been to jail. I can say the same thing back to you.
You're right, but I've been deployed. You haven't been either.
But it doesn't matter because you
My
haven't been
deployment-
to jail, so you can't compare the two.
My deployment, multiple people on this thread have been deployed, and everybody's saying the same thing.
But without
But
having
then
been
coming
in
from the
jail for
guy,
a year.
but then coming from the guy that has just been comfy at home, talking to dogs or elephants or trying to learn about history, is telling me he would rather be dead than go to jail. Come on. It's not an argument. Can't say that. You'd rather lose an entire year off your life than be alive and experience something in jail.
Yeah, I don't want to go to jail. I don't feel the need because I think the
Think
year
of-
I'm going to lose of my life later in life, it's not I'm losing a year. It's I'm dying 1 year earlier.
Think of all the painful anal you won't have.
Oh, boy.
Anal, I meant.
All right. That was a good one. Would you rather? I was talking about the historic object.
That was a good one.
Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality? I mean, that's super easy.
Yeah,
A
6.
6 is still pretty high.
Yeah, I would take a
I
6.
mean, I'm not a 6, so
I'm definitely a 7.5, but I would take a 6 with a incredible personality.
Yeah. yeah, bad personality is not good.
No, that's very unattractive. So it doesn't matter the 10.
Right. Would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that fly, or animals that live under the water? If you could only talk to one.
Man, I'm going to say fly.
You'd rather talk to birds.
I love birds. I always have loved birds.
They can spread gossip quickly because they can cover a lot of territory.
I tell you what, bruh. They would be my number one messenger. I just don't hang around the water much.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of... You work at the water.
You're right.
You're around water all day, every day.
I didn't even think of that. Oh, yeah, that's very true. But I don't see many of the animals.
You could see some Asian carp.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to them.
I don't know. I guess I would probably talk to land animals. I don't want to talk to my dog, like you said.
Oh, really? Now you want to talk to them?
If I had to pick one animal to talk to, I don't want to talk to a bird.
I do.
Why
Why
is
would
a
you not-
bird going to tell you?
You don't want to talk to a hawk or a kingfisher?
Probably all they'd say is,
No, they can speak, you dummy. That's what they say now.
I probably can't say anything other than that.
They would. They'd say, eat mice.
I don't know. Land animals for sure. I'd talk to a bear.
Eagly? You wouldn't want to talk to Eagly?
No.
I would.
Fuck eagly.
You would.
Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line again?
Line. I don't want to stand in
I don't
lines.
want to stand in line.
I never want to have a line in my
I don't
life.
mind red light. I mean, I don't.
I hit almost every red light that's available to me. It's a kind of a joke. Grady makes fun of me a lot in the truck because he's like, "Oh, who would have thought Dad hit another red light?" Whatever.
Mine,
I would
dude.
much rather not stand in a line.
You could
though.
go to Disney and never wait in a line.
Or Walmart.
Were you waiting in line at Walmart?
Yeah, they only usually have like one checkout person.
Self checkout, bro.
I don't take a whole cart of stuff to.
Oh my
Self-checkout.
god! You go to
I will
real
not-
person checkouts.
I do. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'm saving the American
I
population.
haven't been to a real person checkout, and I can't even tell
It's
you.
because you don't care if people have jobs.
No.
And you don't support
That's
people
correct.
having jobs. So
100%.
yeah, I do, and I want that little old lady to check me out. If you know what I mean.
Check it out.
Double meaning there.
Would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home? I mean, come on. That's easy.
Yeah, obviously.
With a sailboat, you're like limited in what you can do. But
I mean, not really. The entire Earth is covered in water, so.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can't go to the Bahamas
In an RV.
in an RV. But it just says as your home. It doesn't say you can't still travel. It's just your house.
Well, I know, but your house can travel with you if you're in a sailboat.
Or an RV. But
Well, I know, but
mean
you're
you can't-
landlocked. You're landlocked. You can go.
It doesn't say that you can never get out of the RV.
I understand
It's
that.
just your house.
But you don't ever have to pay for a plane ticket again.
Okay. Except you're going to sail across
People do it all the time.
the earth.
Yeah. I'm going to take this Earth and I'm going to make it mine.
Well, I'll tell you what. You could get a hell of a lot bigger sailboat than you can an RV. You could get a huge sailboat.
And it doesn't restrict size with that question. So
But you
therefore,
still got to be able to afford it.
sailboat.
I'm going to go with the RV. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven? I mean, that's very simple.
The oven.
Yeah, I'd give up the oven. I'd use an air fryer. I don't even use an oven now.
Right. You could use so many other things to cook your
Who
food.
uses an oven?
Well, I do a lot, but a convection oven is the exact same as an air
But
fryer.
it's still an oven. That's an oven. I'm just saying.
No, I understand that, but it's an air fryer. That's what an air fryer
Right.
is.
I mean, I'm assuming.
But yeah, I would give up the oven because there's so many other opportunities
Yeah,
to
you can
cook food.
grill.
I grill all the time, and like you said, you could use an air fryer, a pizzazz.
I agree. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future? Or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
I think somebody else.
Really?
Yeah. I think I would want to see.
Everybody else.
Yeah, I think I want to see all your guys' future, and then be able to tell you it.
Mm.
You could capitalize that money wise, big time.
Yeah, for sure. I think I want to do my own. I think I'd probably want to do
I
my
feel
own.
like that's terrifying. That scares me.
Well, it doesn't say you have to. You have the
No, I know.
option of.
Yeah, but it's always lingering there. You're always going to
I would
wonder.
only use it to make money.
You say that, but you're always going to wonder what's coming next. You will never have the opportunity to like turn that off and not wonder. If you know you have the ability to do that, even
Oh, I
sitting on the
wonder,
couch,
wonder. Oh, ba-doo-ba hoo.
even sitting on the couch, like waiting for bedtime, and you got to like get the boys or your kids to bed and whatnot, and you're wondering how that's going to go. You'd be like, oh, I better check. So you could like prepare yourself. Waking up in the morning, going to work, you're like, oh, what's going to happen? And you would do it. You would constantly be looking 10 minutes into your future all the time. I feel like with other people, you could understand other people a lot better. You would know what they're thinking, obviously, before they did, and be able to communicate with people a lot better. You could gain better relationships. You could, I don't know. I think that would be way better for people.
It's also kind of
It's way too intrusive and
intrusive. Yeah. Yeah, because
I
you're going to
completely
do
agree.
it whether they ask you or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got to use that sparingly.
I
I mean,
think
you've got to reveal the information sparingly. You can't just like tell people what their future
I think
is.
I would definitely still do myself. I want that information. I don't want to be a slave to other people's information. Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself?
That's
but
stupid.
that's
Get rid of that one.
Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
Planet, man.
Really?
I want to go explore a planet.
I want to invent a drug that cures a deadly
Why?
disease. Because you would
Because
have
you're thinking about money again.
done some great things for humanity. No, I'm thinking about saving lives, Jerry.
And exploring another planet couldn't save lives. What if we have to go terraform?
Probably
thought
not
about
gonna
that?
happen in your lifetime.
It could if I'm the one finding the planet. If I bring the
A lot more
exploratory
risk.
group,
It's a lot of risk being the first person to explore.
it is, but so much reward.
Really?
My name will echo the halls of history forever.
Okay, here's a question that would change my mind. Do you get to just... So you're the first person on this planet, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I figured there'd be a group.
Well, then you get to claim the territory.
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily if you go with the government, though. If it's a government-run,
That's a good point.
a government-run, like, exploratory group, you're claiming that for...
Get off my planet, bruh.
Yeah. You could revolt.
What are they going to do?
Yeah, there's nothing they could do and be like, oh, this is mine now.
It's mine. Sorry.
Yeah, send another group. I'll kill them. Because of the humanoid aliens that I just met. And
I've already procreated.
Yeah.
Gestation period.
the
2 days.
The Twi'lek lady that I just, befriended and then ended up creating a relationship and a life with is going to fuck you up, man. Like, as soon as you get here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm still going to go with the drug because I don't like the state lives.
But see, you would go there and befriend a robot and then you get nothing out of it.
I could program it for...
Oh, what? For HJs, ZJs?
Jeez.
Freak.
Yeah. It could be like a humanoid robot. It could be a... what do they call that? Starts with a B. Bion.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know right now, or know now everything your future self will learn?
Know now everything my future self will learn.
I think I'd go back to age 5 with what I know now.
I don't want to go back to age 5. If it was 15 years, if I went back to like age 20, I would do that with everything I know now.
Yeah, 5 is young.
5 is way too young. You can't use any of that.
Oh my God! Think about this though. If you knew what you know now at age 5, you would be a prison.
It'd be burdensome.
You'd be around children.
Yeah,
but you'd be an adult in your mind.
Yeah, that's too burdensome. Not good. I don't feel
my
like that's good
God.
at all.
That would be terrible. That would be terrible.
You couldn't handle it.
No, that would be impossible to handle.
You would never be able to be a child.
No.
So I want to know about what I'm going to learn in the future.
Yeah, that seems easy.
Because it seems like your future self has came back to teach you
the
what to know.
lessons of age,
Yeah,
wisdom.
it's the same thing
Yeah.
of going back to 5, but getting.
I guess it's just
of
a question of
gaining
do you,
that ability
do
now.
you want to get 30 years of your life back?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't want that.
No, I don't want that either. We're going to live forever anyway.
Right. Absolutely.
By the time we're old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're already kind
I'm
of old.
gonna live forever. It's a song.
I don't know that song.
I'm gonna live forever. I don't know any other words.
Okay.
Jerry would be a red shirt, Kirk says. Star Trek?
Oh,
You'll
absolutely.
get killed.
Yeah, I'd probably get killed.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I'd probably get killed.
Would you rather be able to control animals,
Back to the animal thing? Like, why are we doing the animals?
but not humans, with your mind? So all animals except humans.
yeah, I like
control with
I
your
like
mind.
that. I like it.
Or control electronics with your mind.
Oh, I'm gonna go electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how our world works.
Yep.
And you could do a lot of things with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many we got left? What do we got on time here?
Hour and 43 minutes.
Okay. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food in a restaurant again?
All the food.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, the food.
That's dumb.
That's silly.
Would you rather see what was behind every clothes? First of all, you would make enough money, save enough money
Yeah,
to buy
be able
first
to
class tickets.
pay for whatever you wanted.
Would you rather see what was behind every closed door or be able to guess the combination of every safe on the first try?
Huh.
How many safes do you try and open?
Yeah, I don't try to open safes. I'm gonna go door.
Yeah, for sure, door.
I want to be able to see behind closed doors. I won't even need the key anymore.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man.
Why did that come up? To be the
Behind
sad,
blue eyes.
Yeah.
Behind
To be the
doors.
sad man.
Would you rather be an
Behind
average
blue
person
eyes.
in the present
I already am. What the fuck?
Or
Why you gotta point that out?
or a king of a large country 2,500 years ago?
Yeah, I want to be a king.
No, dude.
Yes, I want to be a king.
You know, you live better than a king lived 2,500
think so?
years ago. Absolutely. Shitting in a chamber pot?
Sounds erotic.
No air conditioning?
Depends on where you live.
No food? What do you mean depends on where you live?
You don't necessarily need air conditioning everywhere in the world.
Okay.
They don't
I mean,
have air conditioning in England.
They don't have air conditioning in England.
People don't have air conditioning in their homes in England.
Okay.
Most people.
Listen.
If you lived in Southern California,
You understand 2,500 years ago was like before Christ.
yes, I do
It was
understand.
like Roman times.
Yeah.
That's not lavish living.
I don't know. The movies make it look pretty good.
Chamber pots, no AC, no refrigeration for food. You can die of dysentery in a heartbeat.
That's true, but you're the king. It's all checked on for you.
There's no doctors. They bloodletted.
People,
The
kings,
Black Plague, Jerry.
kings lived for such a long
Joey.
time.
Jerry.
Marriage.
The Black Plague. Listen, I would rather. Right now, we live better than any king ever lived in history.
Listen,
Just as average people. I guarantee it.
you don't have debutantes.
What is that? Like a harem?
Yeah.
You would have a harem as a king.
Hmm?
So there is a lot of command, but also people were dumb. So you're surrounded
Yeah.
by dumb people.
Everybody was dumb. You'd even be dumb.
Yeah, you'd probably be
You'd
dumb.
be really dumb.
Well, you might not be that dumb.
I'd be pretty dumb. I think I'd be pretty dumb. I think I'd be a pretty dumb king. Just say it.
What was
Okay, I'll be a normal person now, I guess.
wasn't it the king and wasn't there a king in the Bible that told the ladies to cut a kid in half?
Oh, I'm sure that's
Yeah,
the case.
There's two ladies that came with a baby and they were fighting over the baby, and the king's like, "We're gonna cut the baby in half.
and
You take half,
and you take half.
And then the one lady's like, no, she can have it. And the king's like, this is obviously your child because you were you would have sacrificed having your child to save its life.
Okay.
It's like a wisdom thing,
Yeah.
but it really isn't that hard to wrap your head
Kind
around.
of like a parable.
Like, do we really need? Like, it's not that
No.
complicated of a morality tale.
No, it's not hard to figure that out. Like, no, I shouldn't cut the child in half.
Well, that's not the point. The
You
point
can take
is
it.
she was willing to give up
The baby,
the baby to save its life, so she
Yeah.
must have been the real mother. Which is like, duh.
Yeah. And the other one was like, no.
And everybody's like, oh, King Solomon was so smart. I'm like, yeah, my 10-year-old could have figured that out.
But the other lady was kind of going along with it. Like,
no, she was like, all right. The other lady's like, yeah, cut it in half.
that's what I mean. She was going along with it. And she's like, yeah, I think we should cut it in half.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Like, right there.
That's a
Dumb.
perfect idea, King.
Seems like a great idea.
Thank you, Mr. King. Let's cut the baby.
Would you rather? Let's cut the baby.
Let's cut the baby, King.
Would you? That should be the name of the episode.
Cut the baby.
Let's cut the baby, King.
Okay. Deal.
Let's cut the baby, comma, King.
King.
Would you rather be able to dodge anything no matter how fast it's moving,
Like the Flash.
or be able to ask any 3 questions and have them answered accurately? I'm guessing any 3 questions just once? Or
No, that's all the time. I would do the questions.
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm always looking for answers, you know? Like, are you attracted to me?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to rethink that answer?
No. You've used all your 3 questions.
Damn
now.
it.
Okay. Would you
So
rather
close.
be forced to dance every time you heard music,
I already do that.
or be forced to sing along to any song you heard?
Oh, I already do that too.
I guess sing along.
Yeah, I would
don't-
do the sing along.
I don't want
want
to
to
dance. I just want to
I
dance.
just want to dance. That's what I just want to dance.
Would you rather have all your clothes fit perfectly or have the most comfortable pillow, blanket, and sheets in existence?
Clothes.
It just says fit perfectly. So you could have close to perfect fitting clothes, and you're giving up the most comfortable pillow, blankets, and sheets in existence.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll take the pillow blankets.
Why? You have good pillows and blankets now. You're not gaining that much with that.
Yeah, you're making a good point. I don't really have a problem with my pillows and blankets now.
No. Have you wake up every day and be like, man, wish
Jam.
my
Pillows!
I wish my blankets were more comfy. No,
You're right.
You never think of that.
You've changed my mind.
But I guarantee you are arguing about clothing fits. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah. That was a stupid answer by you.
Here's a good one.
Okay.
Might be a good one to wrap up with if we're running out of time.
9 minutes.
Would you rather 5% of the population have telepathy or 5% of the population have telekinesis?
Oh, goodness.
You are not part of the 5%.
Wow. I would say telekinesis. I don't want people to have telepathy.
Absolutely. Actually, now
That
that I think
seems
about it,
so
it's kind of
terrible.
Way easier. Yeah, telekinesis is scary shit. Or telepathy.
Telepathy is scary shit.
Yeah.
Telekinesis, just moving things with your mind, could be very
That's
helpful.
telekinesis, Kyle.
Yeah.
Mind bullets.
That could be very helpful to a lot of people, even if you're not part of it. You know, like you could have one guy with telekinesis on a job site for construction crew, and you can get a hell of a lot more done than having a guy with telepathy fucking with everyone's brain.
That's correct. Yeah, definitely. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. That was good. I like that. I want telekinesis so bad. That was what I talked about
I want telepathy.
I would like that, but I want telekinesis.
I think you're right. We did talk about this.
We did.
Would you rather travel the... Okay, that's a dumb one.
Travel the world.
Yeah.
Silly.
Would you rather live in virtual reality where you are all powerful, or live in the real world and be able to go anywhere, but not be able to interact with anyone or anything?
Virtual.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that seems silly.
Would you rather have whatever you're thinking to appear above your head for everyone to see?
Nope. Nope, I don't want that.
Nope. Or have absolutely everything you do live stream for anyone to see? Absolutely everything you do.
Oh my gosh. I don't want either of these. This is the first one that I did.
I want privacy of my thoughts. I'd rather have myself be live streamed because I don't do anything that's...
Come on, Chris. Tell me what you do private.
Tell me what you do, what you really, really do. Nah, tell me what you do, what you really, really do. I wanna really, really, really wanna do a do.
Zig, 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 zag. Ah.
Would you rather humans discover a signal from intelligent life from another planet, or figure out how to extend human life for another 100 years?
I think life is already going to live for another 100 years. So are we talking about like 100 years but
Yeah.
beyond the
Beyond whatever it is,
extinction?
whenever. Yeah.
That really doesn't affect me much.
No, I definitely would discover the signal from intelligent life.
Yeah, I would definitely want the intelligent life. I don't understand why we would care about the...
The intelligent life could bring us a way to extend human life for 100 years.
I mean, and we could also gain relationships and intermingle and breed.
Twi'leks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clearly.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It could be horrible, devastating intelligent life, though.
Oh, it absolutely could. Could murder us, could melt you.
I'd still take the intelligent life.
You could wade through blood and bone.
Because I just want to scoff at all the people
that are dumb.
That are like, no, we're the only ones. Humans are the only ones. We're the only ones. I know for sure.
I know for a fact.
I know for a fact because somebody told me. And I believe them.
Because somebody else told me.
It says in the Bible we're the only ones. And then somebody else that's of a different religion is like, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't say that.
And they're like, well, that guy says it does.
But somebody told me.
Would you rather be only able to watch the few movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 95 to 100%?
I mean,
or only be able to watch the majority of movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 94% and lower?
94% and lower. There's so
Absolutely.
many. There's just so many more movies there.
Man, I thought that would be a good one.
That's silly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Would you rather wake up as a new random person every year and have full control over them for a whole year? So you wake up as another person in another person's body.
That you know, even could be.
It says random person. It specifically says random.
It could be somebody you know, though.
That's
it
true.
could be random.
And have full control over them for a year. Or once a week, spend a day inside a stranger without having any control over them.
The year one. I want to have full control over somebody else.
But what is your body doing in that time frame?
I don't care.
If your consciousness has moved, are you just laying?
You're just dead. You're just laying
You're not
still
going to work.
with your eyes open like this.
You're going to be really smelly after that year.
Yeah, but I don't care. I'm in somebody else, and you constantly change. You don't have a body anymore.
Oh, you're dead. Your consciousness is just floating around?
I would say that is the case.
Yep, you're right. So you're a new person every year.
Every year.
There's a TV show like that, right?
So at
Touched
a point,
by an Angel. That's what it
it was
is.
definitely Touched by an Angel. Yep, yeah, that was the one. Think about that though.
Oh, Adam says like being John Malkovich. Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. But think about it.
Malkovich.
It's kind of terrifying to think about that because you would never be able to really like have anything or
No.
like start anything.
No, you could not.
Like you would be a part of something for 1 year, regardless of what it is. You'd be a part of that. And then you switch the next year to somebody completely different that has nothing to do with any of what you've been doing for the last year. And you're basically starting over. Even though that person has a life, you're just stepping into it. So it's their like starting over every single year.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
So what was the other?
Spend.
Oh, you could be in a person.
Once a week, spend a day inside a stranger without having any control over them.
Maybe I would want that.
I don't think I'd want either. It's just,
Well, you have to pick.
yeah, I guess I'd do the once a week thing. Less time.
Yeah, I think I would do the once a week thing too. You're right. It's less time. You can go back to your own body, still have your own stuff, but be able to be incredibly intrusive to somebody else that they never knew about.
Would you rather be able to slow down time by 10%?
Wait, Dirk said I'd sign them up for pickle of the month.
Nice. Would you rather be able to slow down time by 10% or jump 3 times as high as you can right now?
Time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't care about jumping.
Need to jump higher.
No.
I have a half-inch vertical leap,
Exactly.
so if I could.
So like I can jump 2 inches. So 10% of that is what?
No, you could jump 3 times higher.
Oh, so I can now jump 6 inches.
Is it 6 or 6 plus the original 2?
Oh, 3 times. What's 2 times 3?
Okay, yeah, 6. So you can jump 6 inches high.
That's stupid. That's so stupid.
Yeah, and you could slow down
Like,
freaking time.
Even if I had a 48-inch vertical, like I don't care. I would much rather want to slow down time. Hey, we're at 2 hours right now.
Okay, last one then. Would you rather take an all expenses paid dream vacation every year for a month, or go to jail,
No, it isn't.
or have the job of your dreams?
Oh, the vacation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's silly.
That was a bad one, Edna.
What a stupid question.
So, guys, that is Would You Rather, and this is Snarf Talk, and that was episode 150.
150.
And thank you all for coming on this journey with us thus far.
It's been quite a journey,
It's
Chris.
been a ride.
And it changes all the time.
I love it.
I love every second of it, and it's fun. Hopefully, we get a new guest this year.
Yeah, we
I
need to
want
get some new guests.
We're begging and pleading for new people to be on the show. You know, that are worth something, though. I don't want just the regular person.
Yeah.
We're kind of an upscale, like, bougie kind of podcast.
My favorite word.
Yeah, we can't just have
Bougie.
we can't have
I
regular.
also like the
people.
word proletariat.
I thought you were going to say prolapse.
No, I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either.
Bourgeois.
Boudoir?
Those are the photos, right?
Yeah.
Boudoir. Is that called boudoir?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to make some of them pictures.
You're going to make some boudoir photos?
Yeah. On
I
this
don't
table.
think we're saying the right word.
Boudoir. Yeah.
Boudoir.
Yeah, that's the right thing.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Yes.
C'est choix.
Right. What's that? Moulin Rouge?
Yeah. Anyway, no, thank you for coming on this journey with us. 150 episodes. That's nothing to sneeze at.
No.
I wouldn't sneeze at it if you made me. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
200 will be the cake.
Yeah, we'll have a cake at 200 for sure.
Absolutely. All right, for Snarf Talk this week, hold on. For Snarf Talk this week, I've been Chris.
I am